Welcome back to Lunar Drops, TCV Theories Part 2. This time with my sister, Burger.
Hi all you kings, queens, and non-binary hoes.
Anyway, today, we are picking up where I left off. We left off where I was gonna talk about how solar is the true original eclipse. But this time, it's a bit different because our parents thinks it's not solar, but it's actually lunar. So we're gonna show proof on how our theories could be correct.
I'll start. Our mother quote, "The main obvious is because lunar was created before eclipse, had more early experience than him." That's true, but they have to remember, this is TCV we are talking about.
Let's understand more by personalities.
Happy birthday! 140! Child in danger! Safety mode active. Little girl, you can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to clean up before we can open in the morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids. Come back soon and have a fabulous day.
As we can tell, Ruin Eclipse is more friendly, caring, and shows love to children. With TCV Eclipse, it's shown mostly in streams that Eclipse knows how to properly take care of a child. Even if he makes jokes about harming a kid, I'm pretty sure he has a soft spot for children just like Sun. When the voids aren't near children, Eclipse still shows signs of Ruin Eclipse, showing caring, protectiveness, and his friendly way towards his friends. For one example, in TCV Plays Night Shifts. Though Eclipse scared Lunar, he was a bit quick to comfort him, like a child.
Another thing why we think Eclipse is the original Ruin Eclipse is also how Sun and Moon act. These versions of Sun and Moon seems to be fit for children. They give off the vibes of teenagers babysitting their little siblings, which will make sense. The company might have needed personalities of older siblings so the children won't be uncomfortable with serious and overexcited robots. I feel like after they were remade, most of their coding definitely went to Eclipse. As physical builds went to Lunar, it is canon that Lunar's eyes used to be Moon's.
One crazy thing that's have been thrown in our faces were the different versions of eclipses in one body. This has happened multiple times in the series.
And way before I made a theory that, what if all of those different versions were to stop Isaiah from taking full control of the body? What if every time Isaiah tries to fight back and defeats the AI, it keeps growing stronger and stronger? Because remember, it's like in real life. No matter how we want people to stop using it, AI is watching us and trying to understand humans more. Eclipse's AI are overpowering Isaiah.
Back to the topic of who is the original Eclipse. One thing of it not being Lunar is because how the death dates were placed and how the souls act. Xavier was the first to die, correct? Where could have Vanessa put his body at? It couldn't have been Lunar because only the OG Sun and Moon were the only daycare attendants. Which would mean either there was already a body created and Vanessa just left it there the entire time until the right moment, or...
Well, you have to remember Xavier said he has been attached to Lunar for years before he was awakened. So I think the first option is our best. Vanessa made Lunar before Eclipse, but there's a possibility that Lunar's body wasn't complete at the time. So that would mean that Lunar would have been created before Ruin Eclipse, especially when having a body in one robot with two personas will be difficult.
You're right.
We also need to focus how all of this could have been set up. So my high guess is that Vanessa could have possibly already made the new version of the attendant's bodies. They just wasn't finished. One thing we have seen and heard in the FNAF community is that you can separate the remnants from the bodies, which means Vanessa took the time to place her victim's corpse in the new bodies, but left Craig and Alyssa remnant in the original daycare attendants, possibly to make sure they do not escape and have freedom. Now thinking about it, Craig and Alyssa must have been really confused if they were aware of what was going on with them. Because Spirit's emotions affect heavily with robots, which makes me think that Craig is the reason that static existed, but I will talk about that in another video. So we're putting our thoughts together. We can assume that Vanessa definitely killed Xavier first. She pushed him off the catwalk and hidden his body in the water. She must have went to get his body again and hid him in an unfinished robot body, which is a possibility of why Xavier is the only spirit who isn't fully trapped. And this is just an educational guess, but I think if a robot isn't finished or hasn't been awake at all, the souls still have an awareness of what's going on, just not 100% because spirits need energy, or sometimes it works differently for different spirits.
Now let's go back to eclipse. Reasons it is him. 1. The amount of eclipse exes that we shown earlier. 2. The mentions of multiple files under eclipse.
The older animatronics.
The eclipse. I pressed the
believe.
eclipse.
We're
one.
not touching any of them.
I've missed it. It's the A Eclipse one, adult Eclipse.
Let me.
If we cannot find the Eclipse floppy disk over there, which numbnuts mix them all up.
Hey, I only got. Hey,
propose-
I panicked. Okay. Hey,
It may be dangerous. I propose it may be dangerous. We mix the sun and moon floppy disks.
oh god.
The fuck?
Now you can kinda see why we think Tcv Eclipse is the original Eclipse. He is just an upgraded version. So many files and personalities. Why is that? Could it be because of the amount of different personalities of Sun and Moon, that the company fused it together to create Eclipse personas?
And all those different versions of Eclipse is supposed to keep switching and stopping Isaiah from being fully awake. Well, that's all we have for now. If you have TCV theories of your own, put them in the comments and we'll talk about it and how we think.
Bye.